In the 19th year of Ramses' reign, while Egypt slept upon a pillow of victories, its greatest general was writing a letter that should never have been written. His name was Horem, a man forged by the army from nothing, the son of a blacksmith from Memphis, who joined the ranks at 16 and never left the life of military camps. 33 years of battles, scars, and promotions brought him to the highest rank, commander of the northern armies, the man closest to the Pharaoh after the high priest. People used to say that if Horem asked for the throne, Ramses would place it in his hands himself. And Horem would hear those words and laugh with the smile of a man who knew that thrones are never given, and that anyone who believes they were will one day discover the price they truly cost. He did not want the throne. He wanted something else, something he believed he had earned after all those years. He wanted the right to decide. It began with a piece of papyrus. He found it by accident inside a military archive chest in Memphis while reviewing records from one of the northern garrisons. Horem sat for a long time staring at the papyri before him. For the first time in years, he felt the sensation that always came before a battle. The feeling that something was terribly out of place. He began reviewing the records personally. The deeper he looked, the worse it became. Messages were being leaked. Orders were being altered. Reports were reaching the Pharaoh incomplete. And certain names kept appearing in the shadows. Men who stood only a few steps from Ramesses' throne every day. He sat alone beside a small oil lamp while Memphis sank into silence. Dozens of papyri lay before him, and in the middle of them was one name, a man who dined at the Pharaoh's table, a man who carried the Pharaoh's seal. Only then did Horem understand the source of his unease. He was not hunting a thief, nor a man stealing gold from the temples. He was hunting a traitor. The next morning, Horem returned to the palace as if nothing had happened. He bowed before the Pharaoh, spoke with the advisors, and smiled at the men he had fought beside for years. But something inside him had changed. He listened more than he spoke. He noticed glances that ended when he approached, whispers that died at his arrival, and messages that passed from hand to hand before disappearing. The closer he came to the truth, the more he feared it, because the traitor was not an enemy beyond Egypt's borders. And that night, Horem made his decision. He would accuse no one without proof. But he would not stop until he uncovered the whole truth. And so began the most dangerous battle of his life, a battle fought without armies or war chariots. And so began the most dangerous battle of his life, a battle fought without armies or chariots, but against men who smiled in daylight while hiding daggers in the dark. After days of watching and gathering evidence, Horem finally obtained what he needed. He was one of the men who stood beside Ramses every single day. Horem faced the truth he had feared from the very beginning. Horem went to the Pharaoh. Silence filled the great hall as the betrayal was finally revealed. Ramses looked upon the man he had trusted for years and realized that victory does not protect kings from betrayal. Horem understood that his greatest victory had never been won on the battlefield. It was the courage to protect Egypt, even from her own men. And so ended the most dangerous battle fought by the general who betrayed the Nile. Not by betraying his country, but by betraying his silence in the face of the truth.